Hi everyone, my name's Eamon and I'll be one of your hosts for today. Thank you all for coming. We've already had such a fantastic panel and a great start to the day. Our next speaker works within the realms of athletics. He is passionate about providing opportunities for young people, especially those from diverse backgrounds. He will be talking about how we can take lessons from London 2012 in inspiring the next generation after the Commonwealth Games. So please join me in welcoming Deputy Chair of the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games, Professor Geoff Thompson, MBE.
Thank you. Morning. I'm one of these weird individuals. I need a bit of human interaction before I can start to engage with those that I'm hoping to inspire. So we've just had 3 extraordinary women talk about extraordinary things in an extraordinary way. By the way, I like a lot of noise. So International Women's Day was yesterday, but we all know that women are important every single day. Those boys who don't understand that, I'm a self-confessed mummy's boy. All the mummy's boys in the house, raise your hands. Please do so. If you're not, if you're artificially inseminated or came some other way into the world, good luck. But if you don't understand the importance of our women, so Violet, my mother is 92, still in the East End of London, the only person I truly fear and love in equal manner. But isn't it about us being able to simply be comfortable in our skin? I'm still working at it, and I realize I'm arguably the oldest person in here. That's a wonderfully humbling thought. But I've been asked to speak about young people being our future. That's a massive subject, and I've been asked to do justice in it in just under 15 minutes. But the great thing I want to say to the young people in the house, by the way, I want to big up for the Include organisers, because this is the first conference I've seen young people fully involved, able to participate, and take something from this extraordinary gathering of human beings. How many of you, this is our first conference since lockdown? Weird, isn't it? It really is strange. I've been having to watch what I say and how I do it. But I'm a professional troublemaker, so that's particularly pushed my boat while I'm young. By the way, as young people, you're supposed to cause good trouble. That's your function and role in life. Every single one of you has a gift and a talent, and it's up to us so-called adults to give you that hope and opportunity. That's what it's all about. And if it isn't happening, it's your job to challenge and push and frustrate. But with that understanding, the difference that you can make a massive impact in the world. How many of you know, sorry, those of you who aren't young people, those who are old enough and young enough or feel young enough, how many of you know why you're here? This is interactive by human interactive. How many know what impact you want to make in the world? Brilliant, we've got hope. How many of you understand what a legacy is? In that case, welcome to Birmingham, host city of the 2022 Commonwealth Games. In 4.5 months, just over 1.3 billion human beings will be represented in this extraordinary city. Sport will become the unifier. It will become the opportunity. So young people being that future is you are in the present. This present moment in time. Your interactive, the active thumbs engage with the world and give you more power than I ever had. I've had an incredible journey from the streets to the stadiums, occasionally to the rostrum, but every challenge is an opportunity. Every negative is a positive. Judy Murray talks about being a product of the environment. Then he talks about there being a gap. I'm a product of the sport for all. And I literally mean it, sport for all. I believe it's a fundamental human right that young people and children have sporting, cultural, and physical activity as part of their everyday lives. And if they don't, we are doing something wrong. That's for those of us old enough now to be emotionally constipated. Do you know what it means to be emotionally constipated? The inability to simply do the right thing. Because as we get older, we get a little bit more worried about if we say this and if we do that. And Julie's a professional troublemaker. So we're all professional troublemakers. because that's what we're here to do. So when we talk about young people being our future, we do have to acknowledge our past. As I've said, I'm the post-war product of Sport for All. If not for the National Front, and being in an all-boys school, great to live in co-ed, mixed education, just bunked off to all girls' schools, so I don't have them all in the same place, develop healthy relationships and respect. But it's all about healthy relationships. For every single of you young people here, if you've not got yourself 2 or 3 business cards, you have not succeeded. People, personalities, and relationships are the reason that things happen or they don't happen. And when you least expect it, you must be ready for your opportunity. Seize your opportunity and realize your potential. And as we've heard from our illustrious, wise women, don't wait for it to happen. Make it happen. It will not come to you. You must go and get it. But that requires the confidence, the conviction, the dedication, the giving, the respect, and the spirituality, that spirit, that indomitable human spirit that you have, that you must exercise and apply every single day. And when life knocks you down, because it will knock you down, you get back up because someone will help you. It is so important that you nurture your relationships. You work at your relationships. How many of you know the secret of success or winning? Network. I'm going to put another word. Hard work. Hard smart. Hard clever. Hard smart. Hard work. There is no substitute for it. That's why the future is bright. It has to be bright in all the uncertainty of the world, in it, what it presents. So because what you look like, where you come from, what you believe in, what you sound like, whom you love, whom you don't, should not be the barrier to you not achieving what you wish to achieve. Everything is about the here and now. But always have an understanding. I heard someone say recently they had a 10-year plan. Does anyone seriously see a 10-year plan being delivered in the current world in which we live in? Give me a break. 10-year plan. I'm looking at next week's plan. And then hopefully being informed. By the way, those of us who are old enough, young people think we've already mucked the world up. So they want to know what they're going to inherit. What you will inherit is the world that you make. It's an intergenerational piece. Birmingham 2022 has pledged a legacy. 9 pillars to that legacy plan. But the most important for me is the mental, physical, emotional health and well-being that is realized by sport and physical activity in its broadest cultural, artistic, and even digital. But as we become interactively active and actively interactive, do not replace the software between your ears for all of these wonderful devices. You have the most powerful software in the world. Has anyone ever thought that by using 10% of your brain power, what you do with the other 90%? Just think about it. Don't be restricted by what you're told. Find out for yourself. Knowledge is power. A story. Because in that, it is always about a story. And if you cannot tell a good story, you cannot inspire. You cannot motivate. And we all need a story. We all need someone to give us that bit of positivity when we most need it. A 14-year-old schoolboy was shot dead on the streets of Moss Side, Manchester, during the Manchester 2000 Olympic bid. I happened to be in Manchester as an ambassador for that bid. I was involved in Live Aid, which will show my real age. Geoff did it with the F word. I did it with please. 6'4", dark a shade of pale, better give him what he wants, would like to meet you on a dark night. Stereotypes, labels. Do not be a label. You have no right to be a label. Who says so? Why would you accept it? The rest is history. Just Google it. From tragedy, a global movement. But why am I still fighting for the streets? Why am I still fighting for a fundamental human right that young people have what I had, and Denise had, what Judy inspires, and what Amma has realized? So Birmingham 2022 is the most important games in recent time. We're also marking 10 years since the 2012 games, and we said we'd inspire a generation. We didn't. It's there for everyone to see. Birmingham 2022, 2 weeks ago, said we're going to inspire 1 million young people as a legacy of that game to be more physically active. Include, as organisers, have pledged to that 1 million, of physical activity, especially from disadvantaged and disaffected communities. But what is the plan? How will we do that? Well, believe it or not, myself, Lord Sebastian Coe, Baroness Doreen Lawrence, joined a whole host in East End of London for 2019, a call to action. Because you cannot get increased participation unless you have the right coaches like Judy Murray. Gobby, pushy, in your face, not allowing you to accept second best. Always being on the periphery. So we said we would engage, equip and empower young people through sport, art, culture and digital, equip them with the mental, physical, emotional health and well-being, and then empower them with the inspiration of further higher education, employability or entrepreneurship. We were going to recruit, select and deploy 10,000 social coaches. By the way, social coaches are you, every single one of you. What about a new movement of leadership? Building trust, confidence and respect in the hearts and minds of our young people. That's the challenge, that's the opportunity. In 10 major cities, but not exclusively to the inner cities, but that's where you get the greater investment return on diversity. We do the maths, 10,000 social coaches, engaging at 1 per 30 of social coaches, we will hit that 1 million. So why are we going for 2 million? Why we raise the bar? Why have we set it so low? We've got the digital age, we've got a cultural framework, we can map, track and measure this, can't we? And if we're all committed to this worthwhile endeavor, why are we failing? Because I'm here to shake you into action, challenge you into action. If young people are our future, you're going to say, when I was doing it, when I was competing, when I was... It's all about the here and now. There is a call to action. There is a plan. There is a timeline. But it's going to require every single one of you to play your part. Social coaches are extraordinary people doing extraordinary things for extraordinary reasons. You try to inspire the movement. It's not an industry, ladies and gentlemen. And you young people need to keep us real. You need to hold us to account. You need to remind us of where we come from and where we'll end up. By the way, those of you old enough to understand, when you get somewhat older, I intend to be around for another 25 years. God forbid if I could say. But I'm hoping that when I get old enough and I want to potter about, they go, that old geezer Thompson, he looked after us, we'll look after him. That's what it's all about. And our culture, that diversity, is about intergeneration, looking after each other. A social coach gives 2 hours of their time a week. If we added up 2 hours all contributed in this audience, do you know that we can change the world? That is possible. So, time is our greatest friend and enemy. Leadership conviction is inspired by the late, great Muhammad Ali. Confidence, conviction, dedication, giving, respect, spirituality. It's important that we're inspired by people, motivated by people. But if we switch young people on, we have a right to allow them to fulfill that unbridled human potential that they have. So everything in the past into the present will make the future. For anyone who says this can't be done, as I will continue to say to you, great thing about your thumbs. Find it, Google it, it's all there. And this time next year, let's ask ourselves the question: the what, the how, the who, the why, the when. What memory will you take from those games? What difference will you make in your life and in the life of the young people? You young people, what difference will you make? It's all on you. Vision without action is but a dream. Action without vision is merely passing time. Vision with action can change the world. The late Nelson Mandela. Everything you see before you is learned. Potential bad boy made good. The School of Hard Knocks, the University of Life. Live long, live well, peace.